right, guys. Hey, it's Joe. Joe, the credit influencer. It is what the hell time is it? It is 5:20 Eastern time, or something like that, on November 20th. And I want everyone to know, happy, soon to be, Wicked Day, Wicked release. I don't know if you guys are excited to see that movie, but I am. It starts tomorrow. Technically, you could see it tonight. But I love movies. I love entertainment. Remember, if you are watching this and you are one of two people, I started this channel for two reasons. One, I want to help people fix their credit. I know how to do it better than anyone I've ever known. I have never had anybody, and I mean anybody, not be successful if they follow what I tell them. These things are tried and true. If you want to lose weight, you need to eat less calories. It's mathematics, right? If you burn 2,000 a day and you eat 1,200 a day, 800 into 3,500 calorie, you're going to lose a pound every 4 days. It's math. Okay. Credit scores are the same. If you remove late payments and you add new credit and you make your on-time payments, you are going to have a high credit score. And yesterday I did a live based on the life of a person with a 720 credit score. And man, it's great. Life above 720, things are different. Okay. You can, you get preferential treatment on buying cars. You can get preferential treatment on refinancing homes. You get 12 months, same as cash. You get all these different things. So, yeah, I'm going to help you guys get there. The second type of person that's watching this is someone who wants to become an influencer. I own a site called Microspire. Microspire is a social influencer site. It's a social network of people that want to become influencers. We just built it. We're launching it now. And we didn't have any influencers that were successful that joined it. It was really an influencer, social network. But it had trainings and jobs and things like that on there. If you want to get paid for a job, by the way, I think it's important I tell you guys this. I look here and I look here. Here is TikTok. There is YouTube. We are not smart enough yet and have enough followers yet to actually have everything in one thing. As for OBS, OBS is a studio system where TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the lives are merged into one camera, and I can look at one camera. But for now, we have to do it this way. Again, I started this channel last Tuesday, November 11th, and my goal here is to have hundreds of thousands of followers that want to be influencers and hundreds of thousands of followers that on the same channel that want to fix their credit. This is a real-time, from the ground influencer platform, meaning I'm going to start it from zero, and I think we have over 500 to 1,000 followers in 1 week just based on our activity in the 4 channels. But if you're going to have an influencer social network like Microspire, you have to have an influencer success story. And what better success story than someone who's starting from scratch? Okay, I want to show you guys how to do it. Because when you're an influencer and you want to actually make money, let's just hypothetically say you jump off the page and you're great and you explode, you go viral, and next thing you know, you've got tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of followers or millions of followers, whatever it is. Well, what do you do next? There are TikTok and YouTube creator programs. Facebook launched theirs, Instagram, they all have them now. As a matter of fact, I did a live the other day. When I did a live, it was 100 people and I made 4 cents. I saw that and I was like, oh, I didn't expect anything. I didn't know about it. Like I said, we started Microspire because we said, you know what? A lot of people want to become influencers. 84% of all people surveyed said they want to become an influencer when they grow up. These were kids in high school. If they can become famous, becoming an influencer, that's what they wanted to do. That's the number one job people want, is become an influencer. Well, okay, great. What does that mean? Okay. It means you can make your full-time income from your phone. So I said, okay, well, I already make a full-time income with my businesses, but I'm going to show people from scratch. I'm going to put the money where my mouth is and show them how to do it. We created Microspire also because we wanted to hire people and pay them anywhere from $5 to $35 for a video. If you could grab your phone and do a 30-second video, we were going to pay you for that. If you were good, we're going to give you $35. If you were okay and average, we'd give you $5. Because I own a media buying agency called Pink Slushy Media. We run ads all over the place. And when we run ads, what happens is I one time ran an ad on Facebook for housing. I ran it for 1 straight year. I never changed anything. Same creative, the same image, the same wording. It was a housing ad. We were going to help people buy homes. And we still do that, by the way. But we, on my Facebook ad, I ran for 1 straight year. When we launched with TikTok in 2022, we ran our first ad for personal loans. You want to get a personal loan, go here. It was a video. We spent $2,000 and we made $4,500 on one ad in one day. Same ad the next day, we spent $2,000. We made $2,200. Next day, we spent $2,000. We made $1,200. And I was like, oh shit. We hit up our TikTok rep. We said, guys, what the hell's going on here? I said, oh, you have ad fatigue. And I was like, ad fatigue in 3 days? I said, oh yeah, you need to do constant new videos. Well, if you know anything about ads and videos, you need a team. And we didn't have a team. So we said, let's hire people. We'll hire everyday Joes, no pun intended, to actually do videos from their phone. And that's how Microspire started. It started as a UGC, user generated content. We'll pay you to do it. You want to actually, we have over 20 brands on there. We've got Jojo Java. We've got, God, I can't remember all the brands on there right now, but you can go to microspire.org and you can do a search and you can go find the jobs that are available. You can sign up and you can go through training classes. You can learn how lighting, cameras, and all that fun stuff. I have a team that's helping me. Edgar's behind the camera. Emily's the one sending out the messages. And, it's a process. And if you want to learn how to do it, well, I'm hoping my goal here is to show you how to go from zero to a full-time income, maybe 3 months to 6 months. So if you're an influencer watching this, you need something to promote. So let's got to go over the checklist. Number one, you got to have the right equipment. Well, a cell phone is all you need. Okay. Now, if you want to go on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram all at the same time, you got to have a system like an OBS or a Riverside or something that can put everything into one thing. And we're not there yet because we don't have enough followers. Sorry, my face itches. I haven't shaved. The second thing you need is a niche or a subject or a product. What are you good at? What do you love? What can you see yourself doing every day? My stepdaughter, before I really knew what influencers were, said, "Hey, I'm over in Miami and I just met Alex Earl." And I was like, "Who's that?" She goes, "What? You don't know who she is? She's got millions of followers." I go, "Followers on where?" "Followers on TikTok." I'm like, "Oh, now she's on Dancing with the Stars, and apparently she does pretty damn well." And good for her. Happy for her. I'm 54 years old and married, so I don't look at young girls. So I had no freaking idea who the hell she was, and it's okay. I was happy to hear it. I don't know what she promotes or how she makes money. I know that like she showed up on my newsfeed for a while, and it was literally things like, "Hey, I'm getting ready to go out on a date. I'm going out on the town," and I was like, "Okay, like when does the good stuff start?" My stepdaughter's like, "That's the good stuff," and I'm like, "Okay." Hey, to each their own. There's got to be a TikTok channel or a influencer who picks noses or something like that. I mean, I've seen some where they clean your ears out, and my wife's an esthetician. She watches some girl named Michaela, who's a makeup girl, and fantastic guys. This is a new economy. Okay, I think we're entering the gig economy, and it's very hard to find jobs right now. So if you're having a hard time find a job, create a business, create an income. So hopefully this helps you. Number one is to have the right equipment, phone, camera, whatever you need. Number two is to have your niche or your subject. That's extremely important. Apparently, Alex Earl's niche is people that want to watch someone getting ready to go out. And congratulations. And the third thing then is an income stream. Now, where are you going to make your money? Now, I have a feeling that Alex Earl has a lot of sponsorships, which I don't know. I don't know anything she does. I've just got to assume those things. And I also have to assume that she has the Creator Rewards program where she gets paid per views. I've seen people make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month. Who knows how much she makes? I don't know anything about her. My wife loves her on Dancing with the Stars. My stepdaughter watches her on Dancing with the Stars. Apparently, she's kicking ass, and good for her. Congratulations. Now, the credit influencer, I'm going to tell you about this. One, we started from nothing on November 11th. Two, I'm going to build it up to hundreds of thousands of followers because I have good information on how to fix people's credit. There's only two ways that you need to fix people's credit. The first is that you need to remove bad information. The second is you need to add new good information. I am already in the credit business. I've been in the credit business since 1995. Well, technically 1999, I guess, full time or whatever you want to say. But I do credit every day, all day. Now, this is just a new way for me to share how people can do this stuff. We do it online every day. We run thousands of dollars of ads every single day. I have several businesses. One's the call center business. I have over 300 employees or contractors that work on the phones, and we help people enroll into all these credit products all day, every day. It works every single time. It's never not work, guys, because it's math. So, as the credit influencer, by the way, I keep brushing my eye. I got some goddamn eyebrow shit going in my eye. So apologize. Maybe I need Alex Earl or Michaela. I don't know. I just said that, but whatever. Um, okay. Influencer side. You need to, I guess just watch it. We'll talk about the influencer stuff after. Now I'm going to move into the people that have joined to get their credit fixed. Hey guys, my name's Joe, the credit influencer, and I am a full-time entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, own several businesses. They do very, very well. I have had to fix my credit twice in my life. Okay, so I am a real life version of someone who has fixed their own credit. I keep looking from here to here and here to here. I got to just look at one place, but there's so many TikTok things going on here. It's entertaining but confusing. So I'm gonna probably go back and forth to both. Get a phone call. Sorry, guys. Boom. Okay, so let's talk about my journey, my story. If you've watched before, you know the story. If you haven't watched before, I'll do it very quickly. 1990, I was 20 years old. I was born in 1970, and I was 20 years old. I uh, got a job making $500 a week, taking home $400, which is $1,733 a month, and I thought that was more money in the world. I'd never made more than $100 a month. I was a kid. That money, I was like, oh my god, I got a life. And so I ended up financing the minimum payments on my financing was $1,200 a month. So I took home 1,700. 1,200 of it went to minimum payments. I bought an ATV, I bought a four-wheeler, I bought a car and a stereo system. I had a cell phone in 1990, which was fucking ridiculously expensive. And I financed everything. 2 years later, I wanted to go back to college. Of my 14 credit items, 13 of them went to collections. 1995, I had my credit run. Credit scores just came out. And I was like, man, let's learn about this credit score thing. By the way, side note, a credit score is a prediction of how many 90-day lates you're going to have in the next 24 months. Nobody knows that. I've never met anybody that knew that, guys. So if you have a low credit score, you are likely to have a 90-day late in the next 24 months. If you have over a 720, you are 1/10 of 1% to have a 90-day late in the next 24 months. What's a 90-day late? Your payment's due on May 1st. And June 1st, it's 30 days late. July 1st, it's 60 days late. August 1st, it's 90 days late. A 90-day late payment will crush your credit score, especially now that you know that your credit score is a financial prediction of how many late you're going to have in the next 24 months. So nobody knew that back then. As a matter of fact, a bunch of attorneys had to sue TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax to even know what a credit score was made up of. They thought it was unfair that you are being judged on a score you have no idea how to get it. Now we know how you get it. It's 5 things. 35% of your score is your on-time payments of your obligations. 30% of your score is your debt load, your debt utilization. If you have 10,000 available to you and you owe nothing, you have a high credit score in that 30% range. If you have a $10,000 credit card and you owe $10,000 or 9,000, you have a low credit score in that 30% debt range. So 35%. I buy a car, I pay it on time, that's 35% of your score, or it's an accumulation of all your on-time payments. 30% is your debt utilization. If you owe below 33% of what's available to you, you're going to have a higher credit score than if you owe over 67%. 15% is your credit history. If you have history of 2 months, it's going to be a low score. If you have history of 2 years, it's going to be a higher score if that 2 years is on time. It can work in reverse. The last 2 years, you got nothing but shitty credit, it's going to be low. 10% is your type of credit, whether it's revolving or installment. The types of credit you have is 10% of your score, and 10%, the remaining 10% is inquiries. A hard inquiry looking for credit is going to affect your credit score. A soft inquiry where they're just trying to, credit enrollment, SoFi, things like that's a soft score. You're not trying to get credit. That's a soft pull. It's supposed to not hurt your score. Don't know if that's true. We've always been told that. So the 5 factors that make up your credit score are just what I told you. And a credit score is a financial prediction of how many 90-day lates you're going to have in the next 24 months. So 1995, I'm 25 years old. I go to a credit repair company. I say, hey, I want to fix my credit. They say, great, give us $1,000. We'll fix it. I said, fantastic. How are you going to do it? We can't tell you. Why can't you tell me? Because if I tell you, you don't need me. Our information is our product. And man, that sounded fishy as all hell. So I didn't buy. I was like, okay, thanks. Appreciate it. I mean, I didn't know what they were doing. I didn't know if they were paying someone off the credit bureaus. I didn't know if they were doing something legal or illegal. And they couldn't show me the government act of the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1970 because I would have read it and I wouldn't need them. So they couldn't even tell me if it was legal. Let me back up. They said it was legal, but they didn't say, well, here's why it's legal. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fishy. So I didn't buy. 1997, I wanted to buy a home. I was married, 3 kids. And they said I couldn't buy a home because my credit score was low. And that's when I did all that research. And I was like, man, so my dad had to co-sign and I had to have 15% down to buy an $80,000 home, $12,000 to buy a home in 1997. 1999, I got divorced. I wouldn't say sadly I got divorced, but it was fucking fantastic. I loved every second of it. I missed my kids. I cried for 3 days, and then I found out on Monday my ex cheated. I cried Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because I knew I'd never live with my kids. I woke up on Thursday morning and I was like, I feel like I'm out of jail. It was fantastic. I could do what I want. I felt happy. 3 days. That's all it took. But then I had all this free time because I didn't have my kids every night, which absolutely sucked. So I tried to find things to do with my time. So I'm like, I'm going to read, I'm going to research. I mean, Google was around then. Google started in 1997. Remember, internet was brand new back then. Search engines weren't very good. There was Netscape and Alta Vista, and oh my God, were they horrible. You search something and it'd pull up a whole bunch of results, and you had to go through them. And it was like, oh God, that's a disaster. Google decided to rank websites and give you what you were looking for. So if you searched how to fix your own credit, it would show you versus Alta Vista and Netscape and all these crappy search engines. That's why Google became what they are today. 1999, by the way, I did a search and I wrote my own credit letters in 6 months. 6 months. I was able to buy a home 0 down on a lake because my credit score went up to 660. And it was a 5 something before I disputed everything. So guys, listen, here's how you remove bad credit. It's super simple. The Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1970 states, if you dispute something in writing, you can, and let me back up. The Fair Credit Reporting Act was created because in 1969 or 70, when they did a survey, they took 1,000 random people and they said, let's see if all these complaints about credit reports is legitimate, because there were more complaints about credit reports than the Vietnam War, supposedly. I was born in 1970. Don't know if that's true. Heard a rumor. And in they found out of those 1,000 people, 500 of them, half of them, 50% had something wrong on their credit report. So they said, okay, we're going to create the Fair Credit Reporting Act. If something's wrong on your credit report, let's say you have a car with Ford Motor Company and it went into repossession or whatever, or you had a late payment that really wasn't late. What would happen is you would have you don't dispute it with Ford. You dispute it with the 3 credit bureaus. So today is November 20th. If you sent letters to the credit bureaus today saying I was never late on my Ford Motor Company car payment, and they received the letters on December 1st, they would do a 30-day investigation and come back with 1 of 4 results. Okay. The information is so the first result is that when you do a dispute, sorry guys, I'm trying to get rid of some of these texts and calls. The first result, if you dispute something, says, okay, the information, if you dispute Ford Motor Company, they're going to come back and say, the information, the account is correct. The information is correct, and it's going to be updated. That's the first result. The second result is that the account is correct, but the information is incorrect. Maybe your balances have changed and stuff like that, so they're going to update it. The third response is that, oh, it's not yours. There's a million Joe Johnsons in the country or the world, whatever you want to say. And they just put it on the wrong Joe Johnson, which is very common, by the way. If you are a junior, like if you were Joe Johnson Jr. or you are anybody junior, Michael Valdez Sr. and Michael Valdez Jr., don't do that to your kids. The amount of misinformation when I was in the mortgage business from a senior to a junior was incredible because, you lived at the same address. And believe it or not, the number one factor to put something on your credit report is not your social security number, it's your address. So if 2 Michael Valdez, senior and junior, live at the same house, guaranteed, in my opinion, by the way, that some information is going to be on both. Hopefully your dad's got good credit, junior, because if he's got bad credit, you're going to get fucked, period. You're going to need to learn this stuff. It's incredible. You would think with all this technology, all this stuff would work. But if you're, and I don't know if there's any seniors or juniors on this live, but I promise you, you've got your dad or your son's shit on your credit report if you've lived at the same address, which of course you did at some point in your life, most likely. I don't even know if you're a third or fourth. Fuck, hopefully. If you're a third or fourth, you're probably so fucking snooty that you have a lot of money. So you probably are fine. But, anyway, if you're Joe Johnson, and if you're a Joe Johnson senior or Joe Johnson junior, you're just give up. You're done. So, with that being said, if the third result is, the information's not yours, we put it on the wrong Joe Johnson's credit report, they will remove it. And then the fourth result is that you don't respond at all, and it automatically falls off by default. So you dispute something on November 20th, they receive it December 1st. By January 1st, they have to come up with one of those four results. That's the law. That's credit repair, guys. I just taught you how to fix your own credit. I'm telling you that story because I launched my company in 1999. I was in the mortgage and real estate business. From 1999 to 2008, I was very successful. And I used to do these home buying seminars because we would run ads. Why rent when you can buy a home zero down? And people would call in. We'd run their credit report. 1 out of 10 could buy right now. 9 out of 10 needed credit help. So we would bring them in to Detroit, Michigan and do a seminar. And I would show people exactly how to fix their own credit. I would tell them exactly what I just told you guys, but I would tell my story. And every single person that attended the seminar then simply said, I want you to do it. I'm hiring you to do it. And I was like, what? I just taught you how to do it. And they said, you know what? I've heard credit repair for 20 years. Didn't know what it was about, thought it was illegal, sounded funky. Nobody told us what to do. You're the first person that told me how to fix my own credit report. I trust you. I want to buy from you. I got nothing to sell you. I don't have a team. Then we created the HOPE program, which was the birth of the HOPE program. Home ownership is possible with education. We would help people buy a home, and we turned it online after 2008. I'll tell you that story very quickly in a second. But this was 2003, 4, and 5. We created a very successful home buying program in Michigan. It was great, and we did a good job. And we just told people how to do it. I have now told you how to fix your own credit. Get your credit report at annualcreditreport.com. Look it over, write the letters, go to Google, type in where do I mail my credit dispute letters. They'll spit up all 3 addresses and you can do it. Now, here's the problem. You got to be a rocket scientist to read a credit report, or you have to be experienced in doing it. I promise you, if you look at your credit report, you're going to get confused. So that's where AI comes in. Now, you can go to ChatGPT. You can type into ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, how do I fix my credit report? It will tell you how to do it. Get your credit report, click here, upload it. We'll do the letters for you. Now, guys, I don't know enough about ChatGPT yet. I ain't fucking uploaded my credit report to ChatGPT. I'm just not doing it. You want to do it? Go ahead. You do what you want. This is all information. You do whatever the flying fuck you want. I choose not to because I don't know enough about it. I don't know where that information's going, and I'm not putting all my fucking shit on ChatGPT. Who knows where it goes? But you can. And if you want to, go ahead. It's okay. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know. I just know that if you go to ChatGPT and you type that in, it says, here's what we'll do. We'll analyze your credit report. We'll dispute all the nuts. We'll write the letters. We won't mail them. We won't validate the debt. There's a bunch of shit they won't do. That's where Credit Builder IQ is. Credit Builder IQ, which I will show you all this stuff at some particular point, guys. Again, I'm trying to build up followers and teach people stuff. Credit Builder IQ is an AI credit repair software. AI, of course, means that it's going to analyze your credit report, fix it. It costs $1 to start. If you go to thecreditinfluencer.com, thecreditinfluencer.com, and as I get smarter on how to do these lives, I'm going to come up with keywords and short codes and stuff like that. And I'm doing it right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about SoFi next. But if you go to thecreditinfluencer.com, in 5 seconds, a modal will pop over and it will say, hey, are you watching Joe live right now? You can click on it and follow the first 4 steps. SoFi, self, kickoff, and then Credit Builder IQ is right there. We have a relationship with them. They pay us decent money to enroll people like you, but only enroll if you need it. If you have bad credit, you're under 720, you probably have some stuff that needs to be removed. You can write your own letters. You can go to annualcreditreport.com and get your free credit report. You can do all that stuff if you got time. I don't know about you guys. I don't have time, so I'd rather pay $1 to have Credit Builder IQ do it for me. So anyhow, getting back to my story, that was 2003, 4, and 5. My first story of how I fixed my own credit was 1999. I just told it to you. My second story was 2008. the mortgage meltdown happened, and I lost 128 rental properties, and I lost everything. It was absolutely a disastrous time in my life. Lost everything. It was so bad that on October 25th of 2009, I had $3 left in my name. I couldn't go to my 20-year high school reunion. I didn't have the gas money or the money for the ticket. I took that $3 and fed myself until my next paycheck, and just rebuilt my life. 2014, I started to fix my own credit again. The foreclosures were 7 years old. 90% of the mortgage companies that owned those foreclosures were out of business because of the mortgage meltdown. And I got from a 450 credit score to a 650, I think, in about 6 months. Because here's what I did: I got rid of all my bad credit by doing exactly what I just told you. Then I added new good credit to my credit report, which was here's how you do that. And by the way, guys, now it's significantly easier. But what I had to do in 2014, I got a Capital One credit card for $500. I gave them $500. It was a secured credit card. What does a secured credit card mean? It means if you got to give them security deposit, like you're moving into a rental place. I gave them $500. They gave me a credit card of $500. I got the credit card in the mail. I went to the ATM, took out $500, put 300, sent First of Omaha $300, got a credit card in the mail with a $300 limit, went and cash advanced that, got another credit card through First Progress, got 3 secured credit cards with one $500 deposit. However, I now owed $800. So I have $1,300, blah, blah, blah. I made those on-time payments over 6 months. I then owed zero money in 6 months on 3 different credit cards. So I got rid of all my bad credit, had 3 new credit cards for 6 months. When that 7th month hit, my credit score went up because, again, you need 6 to 7 months of payment history. I then went and got 3 more secured credit cards. I don't remember the time frames. I think it was very, very quickly after I got the first 3. 2 years later, I had 6 credit cards, all with zero balances, all with on-time payments, and my credit score went through the roof, and it was fantastic. So I fixed my own credit twice. Now I have a 759, I think it is. I now have a house. I have, businesses. I have credit cards. I'm doing very well credit-wise and income-wise. So I'm telling you that story because anyone can do it, guys. This is not like in college when they used to grade people on a curve. Professors that graded people on a curve, usually it was so hard that if your score was 0 to 100%, there was a 890 to 100 was a A, 80 to 90 or something like that was a B. And this is old shit, by the way. I have no idea what it's like right now. But with that being said, that's how the grading system was. But if you went to college, you would have these curves, grade on a curve, because nobody could get to 100 because it was so hard. So if the average score was 50, 50 was a C. Anything above 50 was B and A, and anything below 50 was, you know, D's and E's and stuff like that. And on the other side of it, if everybody got a 90 and you got an 89, you could fail with an 89. So I hated that grading on a curve shit. This was a competition in college. Credit is not a competition, guys. Everybody can have a 720. Everybody can, but not everybody will. Okay. 178 million people have credit problems. 178 million. If you're one of them, it's okay. There's no shame here. I just told you my story. I went through this shit twice. It's fucking horrible. And if you're in that situation now, it sucks. You can't get a car, you can't get a lease, you can't get an apartment, you can't, get a job sometimes. That's the job market is so tough. Sometimes they're running your credit report now. And I don't know how or if that's legal. It doesn't make any sense, but I mean, auto insurance was like, hey, we're going to start rating your premiums based on your credit score. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Why? Well, if you have a 720, you're going to pay your bills. And so if you have an auto insurance, you're more than likely going to keep the auto insurance. That's the reality. That's my opinion, by the way. I don't know that. I never heard why. I know that Congress, everyone threw a shit fit. So I think Congress got involved. And I think the auto insurance companies tried to explain it. I don't know whatever happened to that, by the way. Insurance companies are so big, they got so much money, they have so many lobbyists, they probably paid someone off to shut the fuck up. I don't know. It could happen. I mean, does anyone not believe that could happen? I fucking believe it. I absolutely believe it. These insurance companies, the top 4 insurance companies own more property in the USA than the government. They're just loaded. And they're needed, guys. I mean, you hate insurance companies till you need them. I will tell you, I have my own opinion on the health insurance stuff because that's a fucked up industry. Um, I can tell you right now, you know, I don't know his name, Luigi, whatever. Mangione's kind of a younger person's folk hero, but I think I saw the documentary on Hulu. I thought he was a little bit nuts, but all I'm getting at with that is that, who knows about insurance companies? So I'm gonna move off that topic, get back to credit. But you're getting rated on your auto insurance by your credit score. I believe that. I don't know if that's true, but I believe it. Okay. So let's go back to why you need a 720 credit score. You want to buy a house, you get the best rates. You want to buy a car, you get the best rates. You want to get furniture, you get 12 months same as cash. You want to go get, I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and bought some golf clubs, I got 12 months same as cash. You get cash back, guys. You go to Discover, you get 1% back. I have seven, Wells Fargo cards. Two I use every day in my businesses. Last month I got $11,000 back on that 2% dividend because I use that credit card so much. Okay. And I use it to run my businesses. We pay a lot of bills. We've got our server bills, 15 grand a month. We have all kinds of bills I use that credit card for. And, or two of them for. And I got $11,000 back just for using the credit cards. So that's it. Didn't have to do anything more than just use them. Got $11,000 back. Having good credit is a wonderful thing. So there's two people on this. I see people popping in all the time. So I feel like I have to start over. I'm Joe, the Credit Influencer. I started my channel last Tuesday, November 11th. I started with nothing because I wanted to show influencers how to build a brand out of absolute nothing. So I'm starting slow and I'm doing it the right way. I'm going to show anybody how to do this. If you're an influencer, you need to have the right equipment, you have to have the right niche, and you have to have the right income stream. So I have the right equipment and I have the right team. Ow. I have the right, sorry, there's a funny bone hit on my elbow. And Edgar's going to say, replace that goddamn table. And he's right. So you have to have the right equipment, the right niche. 178 million people need credit help. And if you become a credit expert, I can help a lot of you. If you guys say that you want to become an influencer, go to thecreditinfluencer.com, scroll to the bottom, become an influencer. Click that, get started, fill that stuff out. I'm going to help you guys because what will happen is I'm going to teach you how to become a credit expert. And what you're going to do is you're going to go live and you're going to build your own channels. And I'm going to get an override on everything that you do because as an influencer, the third thing you need is income streams. You keep 100% of all the views on your channel. However, I will show you how to make money in the credit realm 30 different ways. So if you're an influencer, congratulations. Now, here's a funny thing. People looking for a job came to one of our 14 websites. I own 10,000 different domains, 14 different verticals and websites. One of them is in the Make Money Online category. I own a persona named Joey Matterhorn. I also own Microspire, and a lot of people have opted in to a job site and received, most of the influencers that are on here are people really looking for jobs that received a message from me saying, hey, why don't you want to become an influencer? If you want to become an influencer, I'll help you out. And that's how a lot of you got here. But I did notice that when I talked to my very first messaging that went out last week, I found out that a lot of the influencers needed credit help. And I was like, man, this is fucking perfect. You need help fixing your credit. I'm going to help you fix your credit. Sorry, I'm blind. I'm old. I can't see. So I had to see what something's flashed across my screen. Better than that, I'm going to show you. I'm going to help you as I help you become an influencer if that's what you want. And by the way, guys, I am no expert on influencers. Like I started off, Michaela, Alex Earl. They're good at what they do, and congratulations, good for them. I'm so fucking happy for them. And these people are creating income out of nothing. They're getting sponsorships. They're getting view deals. They're getting money back from TikTok. You spend money on ads. They are paying the Alex Earls and Michaelas of the world to create new good content. Good for them. Congratulations, guys. This shit's new. This is fucking awesome. Okay. And I hope that you guys get a piece of it. And I hope I give you some little sliver. I hope you figure out something. I do know that there are some rules. You got to go live daily. You got to be consistent. You got to post ads, videos daily. So we'll get to all that stuff later. If you want to become an influencer, go to thecreditinfluencer.com, scroll to the bottom, hit become an influencer, fill it out, and we'll get you on some training. But if you are wanting to become an influencer, you need credit help, we're going to move into how to raise your credit score right now. Guys, if you follow these steps, you'll have over a 720 credit score in no time. I can't predict how long because I don't know how bad your credit is, but The first thing I want you to do is take out your phone. And if you scroll up and you get the live and you minimize it, I want you to go to your text messaging. There is a short code. I want you to send a text message to the phone number. The phone number is a 5-digit code. So normally when you text your friends, it's 248-555-1212. You send a 10-digit code text message. Hey babe, how you doing? Hey cutie. Whatever your pickup line is, guys, nowadays. Poor anyone who's single right now, I feel so bad for you because I've heard dating is just a disaster. I won't get into it for obvious reasons, but I see more TikToks now from people over 50 because I am 50 and they say, oh my God, dating's a disaster. There's Hinge and Merge and Tinder and Timber and who the fuck knows. But anyways, however you pick up someone, good for you. It was a stupid comment for me to say, hey babe, how you doing? Whatever. But go to your text messaging and go type the phone number 52472. I want you to type in the word SoFi, SOFI. Okay. And then hit the send button. And 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that, you're going to receive a text message back from me. That's going to be the sofi.microspire.org, and we're going to help you get started with SoFi. If you want to get your free credit score, SoFi is the best place to get started. They will give you your free credit score, no credit card required. SoFi is a national partner of ours. They're obviously a big bank, I think, out of California, and they created a credit builder product because what they're looking for is anybody over 720. If you have a 720 credit score and you go to SoFi and you get your 720, they're going to offer you all kinds of shit. So go to your phone, text to the phone number 52472, the word SoFi, SOFI. SoFi only. That's it. The word SoFi. Hit send. We're going to respond back and get you started with SoFi. SoFi will, excuse me, voice cracked. SoFi is going to give you your free credit score, and it's above 720. You're going to be offered credit cards, bank accounts, auto loans, mortgage loans, all kinds of stuff. They're going to take care of you. If you're under a 720 credit score, they're going to recommend things for you, like maybe a secured credit card. Maybe you need your rent reported to your credit report with Self. The Self Credit Builder is another partner of ours. Kickoff, another partner of ours. Chime, another partner of ours. Walmart, the Walmart Money Card. Go-To Bank, the Earnin card, the Current card. We have mortgage company relationships. We're going to bring on a loan officer to one of our lives, Mark Shapansky, and he's going to help people with bad credit get their credit score up high enough to be able to buy a home. He can help anyone. You can have a 580 and get a home with 3% down. And if you do a couple of things, I can't remember what they were, like you have proof that you paid rent on time for the last 12 months, you can get a down payment grant to buy a home 0 down. Don't know what the interest rates are. Don't know what the PMI is. I'm going to talk to Mark about that. We're going to help you guys. We're here to help. I've helped many people for many years, and I'm now turning to this medium: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. We used to run paid ads. Little funny story. I don't know if any of you have heard of the Penny Hoarder. If you've heard of the Penny Hoarder, go into the live chat and say, yes, I've heard of the Penny Hoarder. Yes, PH. Well, the Penny Hoarder was started by a guy named Kyle Taylor. Kyle Taylor was a college student in 2008 or 9 or something like that. And he was broke, and he actually wrote how to make money obscurely. Like, hey, start an ant farm. You can get a grant, get a bank account, do this, do that, go here and get a rebate. And it was really good content. It was very well written, and it exploded on the internet. And if you guys have ever seen the Penny Hoarder or been to the Penny Hoarder, very successful. I was one of the top 12 affiliate marketers in the world in 2014. So I went on a trip to Hawaii. I won a trip to Hawaii, and I met Kyle. We became pretty decent friends. I think we're good friends. He lived in Florida. I lived in Michigan. I now moved in Florida, and him and his husband moved up to Maine. He retired. He sold the Penny Hoarder for a good sum of money. But I'll never forget talking to him when I met him. And I said, hey, Kyle, I said, man, you show up on 10 million front page Google searches a year. 10 million times. If you Google anything in personal finance, it was the biggest personal finance blog on the internet. He's like, yeah. And even with all that Google search traffic, 80% of our customers still came from paid ads. Now, I'm telling you that story because a lot of you are like, why aren't you doing, how have you survived not doing videos and lives on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook? Well, we ran paid ads, guys. My success has been from paid ads, paid ad arbitrage. You spend a dollar and you learn how to spend a dollar and make two. Then you spend 10 to make 20, 20 to make 40, 40 to make 80, 80 to make, 160, and you scale. Okay. It's called scaling. You could spend 10 to make 20. Could you spend 100 to make 200, 1,000 to make 2,000? And we had days where we spent 10 grand to make 20. Okay. Because we'll run an ad that will say, hey, let's raise your credit score, and people would see it, click on it. And we never did video ads because we didn't need to. But now things are moving, things are growing. So I'm trying to get good at this, and hopefully I'm giving you good information. And we're going to brand the credit influencer. You're going to start seeing credit influencer ads all over the fucking place. You're going to see them on Google search. You're going to see them on Google Display Network. You're going to go to other people's websites and see our ads. That's called the Google Display Network. You're going to see them on Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Facebook lead ads. You're going to see them on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You're going to see them on Snapchat. You're going to see them on the native ad platforms. We're going to be on Outbrain, Taboola, Rev Content, Zito, all the different native ad platforms, because those are called content recommendation sites. If you go to USA Today and you read something on how to from someone else about how to grow your retirement account, you might see my ad because it says you may also be interested in how to lose 500 pounds in 2 minutes. You've all seen those dumb fucking ads that somehow, some way, people still fall for them, because if nobody clicked on them, they wouldn't still be there. But you'd see us too. It says how to raise your credit score, how anyone can raise their credit score to 720 in 4 easy steps. Those were us, and we can run those ads, and we would gain customers, and we would help people go back to school, get jobs, fix their credit, buy homes. We did a ton of different stuff. We're moving into e-commerce and stuff like that. So you're going to see our stuff everywhere. I'm going to develop a few other influencer brands. Joey Matterhorn, Always Grow Personally for personal development. Microspire to help people who want to become influencers get paid to do videos, because the more people I can get there to want to get paid to do videos, the more advertisers that will come and go, hey, I want to put an ad on your spot. Hey, I'm, Experian. I need some videos done, and we're gonna have, there's gonna be a bidding platform. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna do really well for everybody. But we're gonna use these new channels that are available to us. So I have a vested interest to make sure this is successful for many reasons. I want to make sure that people get their credit fixed. I want to make sure that people raise their credit score. I want you to learn with information. I'm giving you all this shit for free. SoFi doesn't cost you anything. Okay. SoFi doesn't cost you anything. Self won't cost you anything. Kickoff won't cost you anything. Credit Builder IQ will cost you $1. Walmart won't cost you anything. Chime won't cost you anything. All these things are free to get started. They want your business. They want to earn your trust. They want to analyze your situation. They want to recommend things. SoFi is the best way to get started, guys. It is. Text SoFi to 52472. Go to your phone, shrink the stuff, go to your text messaging. It's me looking at my phone, by the way. And you hit the text and you type in 52472. Type the word SoFi, SOFI, in 10 to 20 seconds, maybe quicker. You'll receive a link from us to get enrolled with SoFi. Let's get your score up. Let's get you above 720. Let's start with your score. If you are above 720, congratulations. You don't need me. Maybe you want to watch for entertainment purposes. Maybe you want to be an influencer. Maybe you don't want to do anything. Who knows? Maybe this just came in your newsfeed because I'm live and you're like, this is stupid. Or maybe you're like, holy shit, I can learn a lot from this guy because I have a lot to teach you on all kinds of things. There are over 30 credit products that we have partnerships with, guys. And most of them are free to the user. And I can make money when you enroll. You can make money when you get others to enroll. That's part of what is commonly known and historically has been called affiliate marketing. I don't own the University of Phoenix, but I get paid to give them a student. A lead. I don't own Quicken Loans, but I get paid to give them a potential customer. I don't own SoFi, but I get paid to enroll someone. It's $2-3, but hey, you do that times 4,000 people a day, it adds up really, really nicely. What is this text message? Okay. So, guys, credit is not a one-night stand. It is a relationship. If you are a hit it and quit it type person, your attention span's not there, you don't really care about your credit, then don't do anything. Just know in 2 years, credit's going to be the same. It's crappy now. It's going to be crappy in 2 years. It does not fix itself. But if you're a relationship type person and you love yourself, hopefully you have a relationship with yourself. There's a whole entire personal development series on the monumental importance of loving yourself. I write in a book called Your Inner Voice because I had no idea that people in their own head talked bad about themselves. Like, guys, we talk about we're princes. Why am I not a king somewhere? Women, for odd reasons, talk like shit to themselves. They'll say, "Oh, you're ugly. You're fat. Oh, you look fat in that." Oh, that's why you ask so many opinions. Hey, do I look good in this? You want to hear external validation because you don't think you look good. It's like, God damn, like, man, my poor wife, she talks so bad to herself. I'm like, honey, God, just stop it. Sometimes I send her love notes in the morning so she can feel good about herself. I'm like, God. I mean, if you compared both of us, I have a big belly, I have a bald head. I don't think I'm ugly, truthfully. I don't think I'm gorgeous, but I think I'm more personality than anything. Most people are like, hey, you made me laugh and you got a funny personality. That's why I was attracted to you. My wife's beautiful. And so when you look at us, you're like, how did this dude get her? Well, she talks so bad about herself. And then it's like, I don't, I mean, I treat her well and, she loves me because of it. And that's why she fell in love with me because of the way I treated her and her kids. I have two step kids with her. And that's how I won her, just because of how I treated her. Now, I'm telling you that story because you have to love yourself, guys. Like, there's like, if you don't give a shit about you, who's going to? So let's get you guys giving a shit about yourself. Text SoFi to 52472. 52472. Hit send message. Send the word SoFi. It's going to bounce back. We're going to get you started. After that, you're now on our texting platform. We're going to send you some follow-up messages. The self credit builder's next. You need self because self will add credit to your credit report, even if you have bad credit. You can report your rent payments to your credit report through self. You can get the credit builder through self. And most importantly, you can get a $100 secured credit card. They're the lowest on the market. Everybody else is 300 to 500 bucks. Most people don't have an extra 500 bucks. Okay, what do you have 100? You send them 100, you get a secured credit card. You can start spending money on it right away. They're going to keep your 100 bucks as security. You make your payments, you now have something reporting to your credit report. Same with Kickoff. Kickoff is going to be $5 a month reporting to your credit report. Guys, you can do this. Okay. You got the credit influencer on your side. I got all kinds of information for you. When you sign up, we're going to drip all kinds of emails to you on all these companies that will give you credit if you have bad credit. Don't fuck it up and don't overextend yourself, please. Please, for the love of fucking God, do not go from bad credit to good credit and then overextend yourself. Now, that's easy for me to say. For all I know, you're hurting and you're starving, and a $5,000 credit card would maybe save your life. And I'm sorry that we're here as a society, by the way, guys. I don't know how we got here. Actually, I do know how we got here, but have you ever been somewhere in your life and you say, how the fuck did I get here? Whether it's in a relationship, a living situation, a job, all that stuff. Maybe you move somewhere and you're sitting in your car and you're like, what the fuck happened? Usually it's not one bad decision and all of a sudden your life changes sometimes, but most of the time it's an accumulation of a whole bunch of bad decisions compounded over time. There's a book called The Compound Effect written by Darren Hardy. Hopefully you read. Leaders are readers. In the next 5 years, true story, Charles Tremendous Jones is a personal development speaker, and he said in the next 5 years you will be an accumulation of the 5 people you hang around the most and the books you read. Read good shit, guys. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Fantastic book. It talks about how most people get rich by small things done over time, compounded. Now, if you're on here and you're young, your generation is like, give it to me now. Maybe you can get it now, but not everyone's going to. And if you're expecting to get it now and you're not doing the things like an Alex Earl or a Michaela, then you're not going to get it now. So just read The Compound Effect. You'll be happy. It explains how you get to great things in your life, but it also explains how you got to a bad spot, because the series of things that you do to get to a good place can be the same different series of bad things you do to get to a bad place. And hey, that's where we're at as a country right now. I got news for you. No one gives a fuck about you more than you. And if you don't give a fuck about yourself, I don't know what to tell you guys. You got to have self-esteem. You got to have self-love. You got to take care of yourself. You got to put the right information in your head. You got to read the right information. You got to do the right things. I follow all kinds of personal development guys. Jim Rohn, who passed away, Zig Ziglar, who passed away, Brian Tracy's my favorite. He's still around, but he's getting old. Tony Robbins is great. These guys are all good pieces of information. I feed my brain good shit. So good shit happens to me. What a shock. Okay. You feed bad shit to you, bad shit's going to happen. You feel good shit to you, good shit's going to happen. So you just got to do what you got to do, guys. So long story short, let's get you started on your credit journey. Text SoFi to 52472. Let's get your score. If it's above 720, congratulations, you should be on this side of the camera. If you're an influencer, you might as well go through SoFi because you're going to make money by helping other people do it. And if you're one of those people that's like, man, this guy's ugly and I don't like him, and I'm just going to go to SoFi without him because I don't want him to earn the $3-4 or whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know because it's insignificant because only 2 or 3 people, maybe 10, 20 people are going to do it. I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm not here to make $2 to $3, $4. I'm here to build this channel up to hundreds of thousands of people, which it's going to grow quick because I'm going to run paid ads to the credit influencer, and people are going to do a Google search and they're going to find me. They're going to hit the channel. They're going to follow, like, comment, do all that shit, and it's going to grow naturally. And I'm learning shit too, by the way. Like, I watch how to get more followers on TikTok. I watch that shit because I want to know. And if you're an influencer, you got to learn that stuff too. So maybe you can follow Microspire, or maybe you can follow my alter ego, Joey Matterhorn. I teach people every single fucking thing that I do. And that's why people like following me when it's Joey Matterhorn and stuff like that, because they're like, man, this dude doesn't like hide anything. He tells us what to do. You want to help people find a home, you have a rent to own website, you have rent to own offers on it, you have ads on it, you text and email people that come to the site. I literally show you everything we do. Why? Because I want you to trust me, number one, and number two, you're never going to fucking catch me. Like, you have to own a call center, text message platform, email platform, and be very experienced in how to run paid ads and have a path that converts. And you're too far behind. But if I can teach you something that will kick something in your brain that will give you an idea. I've had many people come up and thank me before. I was actually at a trade show in September, Contact.io. It's the call center trade show. I was coming down the escalator. Somebody goes, "You're the LinkedIn influencer, Joey D." I'm like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "No, I watch your stuff. It's fucking fantastic. You're a LinkedIn influencer, bro." I was like, "What? No, I'm not. I'm a LinkedIn profile, dude. Like, I get LinkedIn's the best, by the way. Guys, I have every single call center I do business with, I found on LinkedIn. It's fantastic. Some people say LinkedIn sucks. It might suck for job searches, but I got news for you. Everything sucks for job searches right now. The job market sucks. Get the fuck out of the job market. Create a life for yourself. Do the shit yourself. Guys, if you can do a side hustle like Inbox Loot where you can make $500 to $1,000 a month helping email companies open emails and complete emails, and then you can go to Video Marketing Magic and get paid, $5 to $35 a video, and then you can go to Group Success Academy and learn how to make money doing a Facebook group, and then you can drive for Lyft and Uber while you're doing some side hustles and paying your bills, and you could do all this shit, guys. The gig economy is happening. The 9 to 5, go to college and have a job. Nobody wants that anymore. Nobody wants that. And there's a good reason. It's not, nobody woke up. Nobody was a child going, I want to be a claims processor. You know what I mean? Like, nobody does that as a kid. You want to be a cowboy or an Indian or, a sheriff or, fighting a war and save the damsel in distress. And, young people now want to be influencers, and, more power to them. So, follow the credit influencer, like all my shit, go to YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'm not sure which platform you're watching me on, but hopefully you find this stuff entertaining. Most importantly, valuable. There's an old insight into internet marketing. For every dollar a person spends on education, they will spend $100 on entertainment. So if you want to be an influencer, find something that entertains people. There is nothing less entertaining than credit repair and how to fix your credit. This is the most boring fucking shit. I don't even know how to make it entertaining. I'm trying. And it's just not exciting. But, like, for example, we're building lastminutetickets.com and low service fee tickets. If you want to go to a concert and you're pissed off because the tickets are $300, you get extremely pissed off when the service fee is $80. So we're building low service fee tickets where it's $19 a service fee no matter what. That shit's going to blow the fuck up. I know how to get people to the site. I know how to create Facebook groups and get people to the site. I have 400,000 leads a day coming in, so I can text, email, and call people. I got all kinds of shit going on. So we're going to build some entertaining shit. We're building a real movie review website that's going to have real users giving their opinions on movies versus Rotten Tomatoes. We're building a social network called the Single Social Network, which is Facebook for singles. You don't have to have a dating site. You could just go to Single Social Network and that's almost done. We've got Superbia, which is an LGBT social network because LGBT people. I have a transgender stepson, just so you know, nicest fucking kid in the world. Kids get kid's scared to death to tell people he's transgender. I'm like, why? And then he told me some stories. I'm like, God damn, Lance, that's fucking horrible. Poor kid. People are assholes. I just don't understand the human race right now. We're just a whole bunch of angry people. I met with a realtor the other day because we're opening up a bingo shop in Florida and to raise money for uh, rescue animals. And you can open up a bingo place and it's a charity, so you can give the money to save animals. And I met with a realtor and he's a young kid and he goes, man, my generation is so weird. You go on TikTok and YouTube and all this stuff and you think the world's fucking ending. Then you go on the real world and everyone's happy, smiling. Guys, don't believe everything on the internet. Believe if you actually said, I don't believe you, Joe, because you're on the internet, I'd be like, cool. I get it. I don't fucking believe 99% of the shit on the internet. I see this AI stuff. I saw this animal actually look like it attacked a girl. First thing I thought, I was like, that fucking AI. It doesn't look real. We don't know what's real anymore. We probably do live in the Matrix. I guarantee you there's probably aliens here. And if there's not, there's got to be aliens in the universe. It's too fucking big. But, who knows if they found AI. I don't know. I believe it, but I don't know, and right now the hot thing is the Epstein files. Give me a fucking break. I don't care who's on them. We got more important shit to do, guys. People are starving. People are fucking starving. And we're talking about, 11 years ago, this fucking douchebag guy who obviously molested and did dumb shit. You fucking get over it. Let's get to life. 427 to 1 on the vote. Can't you vote on something important, assholes? You fucking cocksuckers, we're starving. We need your fucking help, and you're sorry, guys. I'm not right or left. I'm in the middle. I hate them all. Politicians are the worst fucking thing to ever happen. That's why their approval rating sucks. I can't believe it's as high as 18%. It should be in the gutter. I wouldn't even tell anyone if I was a congressman. I'd be like, hey, I clean toilets. I think that's more admirable than being a fucking congressman, senator, all this shit. It's embarrassing. Who the fuck wants to do that? I would never, ever, ever want to do that. I don't know why anyone wants to. It's just, it's too much red tape and too much garbage. Anyway, people are typing shit. Amen. Ha! It's funny. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get going. I have a wife who loves me and wants to go to dinner. It is 6:15 our time. We're down here in Florida, sunny Florida, and hey guys, when you get your credit good, I'm gonna highly suggest you move to a warm state. I don't know where you live, but I got news for you. It's fucking heaven down here. It's 75 degrees. Got a t-shirt on. I got shorts on. I lived in Michigan my whole life until 2 years ago. During COVID, we bought a home down here in Florida. We Airbnb'd it out, and then we moved. We sold our house and moved down here. And we said, "Oh, baby, I got to do something here on TikTok. It's making me do something to see that I'm still here." There we go. And by the way, guys, I want your questions. I'd like you to go to this. If you're on TikTok, send me a message and tell me what you want to know. I'd love to know credit things that you want to know. Hey, what's the 7-year rule? Hey, what's a credit score? Hey, how do I fix this? Hey, how do I remove this? Hey, who can I sue? Hey, I'm getting my wages garnished. Hey, what can I do? I need help. Send me some messages. Follow me, like me, whatever the fuck you got to do, and send me a message on any of the platforms, and we're gonna start answering your stuff. You can comment on some of these videos. You can just send me a direct message. There's some funny bots that are saying things like, "Hey, you are good, but man, this guy on Telegram's better," and it's like, does that shit work? Like, get a life. Go create your own content. But whatever. Guys, let's get you started. You got to take your first step. Text SoFi to 52472. SOFI to 52472. We'll respond back in 10-20 seconds. We'll get your SoFi. We'll get you started. We'll get you signed up. And if you need our help, guys, we'll call you. We actually I'm in the call center business. I'd be happy to have someone call you, walk you through the steps, give you your own personalized evaluation, all for free. Why? Because the people that we refer you to pay us, so we don't have to charge you. And so these people by the way, if you're getting charged for credit repair, do a Google search on CROA, CROA, the Credit Repair Organizations Act. It's illegal to charge you for credit repair up front, guys. And if you've been charged, which a lot of people are, you can get your money back. Even if they fix your credit, they're doing stuff illegal. It's illegal to charge people for credit repair up front. You have to charge them after stuff gets removed. You can charge a upfront fee, a setup fee, and like a doc prep fee of $9,900 or something like that. But if you got charged $500, you got ripped off. They broke the law. You can get your money back. If they charge you well above that, you can get them in trouble. We'll class action sue them for you. I have a staff attorney. We'd be happy to sue them. Send me a message. Let me know what I can do for you. But I'm hungry. Baby needs to eat. My wife, my tapeworm needs to eat too. And I hope you find this entertaining. I hope I gave you some valuable information.